Guys, welcome to the meme museum of Necropolis League. This has been a pretty weird and cursed league. The introduction of T17s and some grave crafting. So we have 3 tabs: honorable mentions, the main memes, a set of items from Bazooka, and a surprise at the end. So let's get straight into it with the honorable mentions. This is a suffixed majestic plate of crafting. I don't know why this is here. It's just a crafted chest with 2 crafted implicits and 2 crafted explicits. Then we have some double corrupted unidentified mirrored jewels. Minion damage pen, silence, maim. Oh, this got fixed. This used to have 6 sockets, even though it said -3, and they fixed it, so this is dead. There's another unidentified mirrored corrupted item with movement speed. And then we have a Tides of Time. This is pretty cool. This is a belt that regens a lot of your flask charges, but unfortunately it rolled all 3 stats 0. So it's not that crazy. It's a 1 in 64 divine, but still pretty funny. All 3 stats are just gone. Next up, we have an inscribed ultimatum where you have to sacrifice an Ogyre and you get back an Ogyre. Ogyre. So you're basically just divining it for free once. A garbage 1-alch item. Very cool. Next, we have a belt. Oh, this is the other bugged item that got fixed. Yeah, this used to be... This used to have an extra socket, but it's fixed, so it's no longer as a socket. Here is a screenshot of the belt before it got fixed. So here is how this used to look, or well, another belt, but these were in the game for a few days and then they fixed it. What happened to this belt? Where is the abyssal socket? This is a really good cluster jewel. 35 effect, GG, T1 energy shield, T1 int, and T1 auras. However, it's on a bow base, so it's dog shit. Next, unidentified corrupted white map. T17, fractured map, which is weird because, you know, it's only modifiable by chaos. So it has to drop like this, and it did. Cool. Then we have an Akuna's Wheel here. This is just a minion item that's rolled with really good spell corrupt double implicits. This is a Heretic's Veil. It's a curse helm with increased curse effect, which is pretty cool. That's an implicit that can only roll on ultimatum helms, and then it has to brick into this item. And then we have a Facebreaker, which is +1 frenzy and temp chains on hit, and it's perfect roll. It's an 800 out of 600 to 800, and it's perfect. So it's a pretty cool Facebreaker. Okay, but that was just the beginning, because now we're moving on to the good stuff. This is a 5 quant Venter. Sadly, it's -4 quant on the explicits, so it's actually a 1 quant Venter. But it could have been cool if, you know, if the bottom part was good. Anyway, Blightwell. So this is a Blightwell with double corrupt, 2 corrupted implicits. And this is just an example of how it would look if it was double corrupted. But we have this Blightwell, which has global defenses, which is one of the talisman implicit. And it has also a corrupted implicit. So it's 2 different implicit bases. Or like, it has 1 corrupt and 1 non-corrupt implicit. That is really cursed. I've never seen that before. We have a cool abyssal jewel here. Minions, 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 minions. It's 6 minion nodes. 7 if you count the last one twice. 7 minions on a jewel. Hallowed Ground contains a wall side area. And Death and Taxes contains a wall side area. I don't know if it does. I have not opened these. I don't know if you can open these. We could check. Activation failed. Unable to open portals to area. It seems like we can't check, guys. What about the other one? No, it's rotating. It's thinking. Ooh, doo-doo-doo. Nope, activation failed. You can't open these. Very cool. Unopenable cursed maps. Happy birthday. Okay, moving on. A ring has one socket. Does it though? Where is it? Where's the socket? I don't know. No socket. What if we chrome it? Item has no sockets? What? It says it has a socket. Okay, I've been lied to. Can I bless it? Could not reroll target's implicit mod values. Okay. Well, moving on. Expedition logbook. Map crafting options for this map have no cost. So this is not a map, right? Logbooks are not open from the map device. They are open from Danny G's expedition inventory. Here. But it dropped with a map implicit. So if you ever wanted to map craft something on this, it will have no cost. Anyway, moving on. Now this. This Eye of the Great Wolf is double corrupted, and it rolled with 2 double corrupted implicits. These are implicits that generally don't roll on Great Wolves. Great Wolf has its own like pool of stuff like Quant, extra zombie, stuff like that. This is just it's corrupted implicits on a Great Wolf, which should not happen. And in fact it dropped unidentified, I believe, and it had to be identified. Next, a map. T17 white map. Modifiable only with Chaos Orbs. So I don't know why it's white. Because a Chaos Orb cannot make it white. Unless it's a tainted Chaos Orb. But that would require a corrupted item. So what gives? I don't know. Not a map. It's just a cursed looking map because I Maven witnessed it. But it's influenced, unidentified, mirrored, corrupted, and witnessed. Lots of lines. Lots of different colored lines. It's a cooked map. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, flasks. 40% quality small life flask. 40% quality and 40% quality Blood of the Karui. These actually used to go up to 60% quality. Let me see if I can find the post. Basically, it was a Korean poster who explained the process of how to make these. And I forgot, but it's basically vendoring them up. Voling a bunch, vendoring them again, voling them until you like get up to like, this used to go up to 60%. And the post was called 60% quality flask noobs. And that was the post. And I don't know if it was like some language barrier or the guy's just like shit talking everyone else. And it's just like noobs. And it was like really high upvoted. It was a really funny post. Anyway, it was like a GG noobs. Oh my god, you found it. It's here. 60% live flask. Noobs. No, it did get deleted. No, because it was explaining an exploit, right? So it got deleted. I fucking love this title. 60% live flask. Noobs. And there is the picture of the flask. 77% quality. This is not Korean though, this is Chinese. 77 quality flask. Noobs. Alright, moving on. This item is really cursed, okay? Watch this. Look at that craft. Adds 0 to 27 lightning damage. Because of the tempering orb, which has reduced explicit damage modifiers, the 1 low-end lightning damage rolled to 0. Because PoE always rounds down. So it's actually, sometimes it will do 0 extra lightning damage. That's classic Classic PoE. Alright, next up. You might notice that these items have no sockets. They just don't have sockets. Noobs. That's it. No further elaboration, Your Honor. Can you jeweler them? Yeah, of course. But we won't. Alright, next. An unidentified timeless jewel. Now, these usually drop identified from the 5 ways. And I don't actually know how they are unidentified. Maybe 5 to 1? Or a card result? No, it can't be 5 to 1. Tiki. Anyone notice anything strange about this? Maybe it's the rolls, maybe it's something else. You don't notice because you're like, Tiki, oh yeah, this must be the... Yeah, it's an alt art. Yeah, this is a red amulet. This is the coral amulet that everybody knows. You can put it on at level 1. But this is an alt art. Also, it's rolled 100 evasion. From 150 to 200. Someone took out their alt art this league and just traded it to me. I didn't even know. It was just like, hey, I have a Meme Museum item. And then he traded it to me. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll put it away. I don't know what this is, but it looks weird. I haven't seen this amulet before. And it's a legacy roll alt art amulet. Very cool. Iron Hat of the Underground. We crafted this with Bazooka while trying to make helms for Havoc. It has an abyssal socket, and it cannot be blinded implicit, because you are underground and you're already blind. You can't see anything, okay? That's it. Moving on. Now this. Socketed skill gems. Wraith Lord. Socketed skill gems get 90% cost and resurrection multiplier. That is a very nice implicit, generally, when you can actually socket gems, skill gems into your helm. Unfortunately, this helm comes with 4 abyssal sockets, so that implicit does nothing. Cool, Wraith Lord. Alright, now some Necropolis stuff. An empty coffin. If you start in this league past like week 1, you have no idea what this is. Why is this coffin empty? So the coffins used to drop without corpses, and you had to put the corpses into the coffin. It was scuffed. If you remember Metamorph League, you had to like loot every organs, right? And then put together the monster. That's kind of like what it was. Or the nets in Einhar League. Jesus. So empty coffin. This is a legacy item. This will never drop. And hopefully they don't delete it because it's cool. We also have an empty coffin. It says field coffin and it has a monster in it. But the monster does nothing. It doesn't have a craft. There is no, you know, explicit craft or whatever else. It's just empty. Or it does nothing. It's a demon that does nothing. And finally we have a Harbinger corpse. The monster is called something Harbinger. This is pretty common. It's probably the most common thing that people link with this league, but I think it's still cool. Monster, and then there's just the Harbinger name there. Now, let's do the tabula first. Or is this a tabula? It's a magic trick. Watch this. I removed the tabula, and now we have Corpse Cloak. A 6-link white chest with 17 quality. Has 2 white sockets. Well, at least. It sells more to vendors, but even if it didn't have white sockets, the gems that can be socketed, they will ignore the socket color. So it's like double white socket, and also that is fractured onto it, and the suffixes cannot be changed. And it's split, and it's incubating a unique item, which is probably a tabula. But yeah, that is Corpse Cloak. Walmart tabula. Okay, now, this is a blood-filled vessel with Uthred in it. It has 0 monsters. The only thing in it is an expedition boss, Uthred. That required quite some setup or luck or I don't know. But that is pretty cursed. And now, the biggest one. That is 33 exiles in a blood-filled vessel. plus 21 other monsters. There was some shenanigans this league. Also got fixed. You could farm thousands of exiles in T17 maps, and sometimes a lot of them spawned right next to a ritual. And if you captured it, then this is the abomination you ended up with. That is the most cursed blood-filled vessel I've ever seen in this game. That is the main tab done. However, we are not done. We move on to the rip tab. Because this league, you could kill a lot of stuff, and then you can res them as cursed crafts. And Bazooka has gotten to work a few weeks into the league when he got really bored, and he made a full set of full fractured items. Every item here is only fractured and also mirrored and also corrupted. We have a +2 curse helm with hypothermia, AoE, crit. This is all fractured mods. You can't do any, you can't chaos these, you can't modify them, you can't do anything with them because they are mirrored and corrupted and fractured. Check the types of mods. Okay, we have a triple shaper here. Shaper, shaper, shaper of stone skin, shaping. So 5 shaper mods on this one. We have electrocuting, entombing, cremating, Tzosh, flow, hast. This is like a beyond amulet. Incandescent, unflattering, seraphim, virtuoso, second wing, elder, flaring dictators. This is really good fizz, but then weapon master. Oh, good attack speed. Bleed, nice. This is triple stat, good for omni builds. Nice, look at that. Triple T1 attribute. Fractured. Belt. We have triple res belt. So that's good. We got resist covered with this. All T1. They are all T1. Or haunted. Look, this is double haunted. This was the life ring. Warlord melee damage and then life. 4 life mods. Yeah. Holy shit. Wait, why do I have the boots here and the gloves there? Oh my god, it's so cursed because it's backwards, because it's mirrored. Okay, that's why we have the weapon here and the shield here. Okay, yes. Oh my god, it's so cursed. Okay, the gloves boots cannot be knocked back. +1 endurance charge, and the glove boots the boot gloves have flat chaos, spell damage, attack speed, haunting, crit multi. Yeah. And that's it. Except there is a question mark. There used to be 6-link shields in the game for a day, and I bought one for like 10 div. I put it on this character's mouse and I logged out, and I have not put it down yet. I don't know if it still exists, but if it does, we're about to find out. Nope, it doesn't. It got fixed. They found them all. People tried hiding these in all sorts of ways. We couldn't. Again, I have a screenshot of this in Hungary. There used to be 6-link shields for a day or two in PoE. They no longer exist. You might think we're ending on a sad note, but we're not. We have one more thing to show. It has been sitting in my hideout the entire league in this display case. The 5 Quant Mage Blood. Unidentified. The Mage Blood. We found this MFing with preheat and snap, and it has been sitting here unidentified this entire time. You can now identify corrupted items, so we could identify it, but I think we won't. I think this is perfect the way it is. It's Schrödinger's Mage Blood. We don't know how many flasks it rolled, and I don't care. It's cool. It's cool as is, and it's gonna stay here forever. So that's it for the meme museum. This has been a pretty crazy one, I think. There's been some extremely cursed items. Thanks for everyone who contributed any of these. We'll see what the next league brings. As always, you know, like and subscribe and bell and YouTube stuff. There will be more. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.